Yo, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle
huddle
up,
up,
huddle up,
huddle up,
huddle
huddle
up,
up, huddle up, huddle up,
huddle up,
huddle up.
huddle up.
We got episode 58 of the Ravens Huddle, man. Somewhat of an emergency episode.
Nah, it is flat out an
Somewhat of
emergency.
an emergency. We're trying to keep it cool because we're cool guys, but I think we all heard the news today.
Well, let's try to roll through it. First of all, let's do our introductions, man.
Yeah, you got your boy Mike.
Got Zay in the front this week. And,
Continue huddling up. We appreciate the engagement. Thank y'all on the love on the last episode, the last few episodes, to be honest. Honestly, this whole season.
Yeah, I mean, all
shout out to
season.
Cuzzo. Appreciate you pulling up. Sorry it was on such a somber note.
Yeah. And like we said, man, we appreciate y'all. Like, comment. We appreciate it's been. Y'all really, it's been a lot going on this week, so y'all been sharing everything, and we appreciate that. And follow us on Ravens Huddle _ on IG, X/Twitter, those two platforms, and the Ravens Huddle on TikTok. They're doing good. They're growing.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. And this week, man, every week we want y'all to comment, but really, it's been a lot, and we're gonna get into it. We're not gonna try to make this episode be too long, because we're gonna come right back with y'all with another episode, of course, about this weekend's game and stuff like that. But this has been so much happening.
We had to get an episode.
We had to
emergency episode.
We had to squeeze another one in. So, but this one would definitely in the comments, yo. Just tell us how y'all feel, man.
Trauma down.
Yeah. Get it out.
We trying to heal each other right now, yo. We hurting, yo.
Yeah. Because that work week is still in full of it's only it's only Tuesday, so you got 3 more days. So get it out, because you need to release some of that tension, because you got a game coming up.
Yeah,
and you got to decompress a little bit. So in those comments,
injuries,
chop it up with everybody. Comment at us, whatever you think, man, and then tell us where you from. We always say that. We appreciate when y'all do that, man. It's really dope to see. We get people that do it every time. We get people that's new that bring it in. But just definitely, if you want to do it every time, do it every time. If you don't, but new people, definitely let us know where you from.
And like Rich always would say, tell a few haters too. And haters tap in, yo. The hate watch helps too, yo. I want to know y'all opinion from the opposition's perspective. You feel me? So
Texans fans, if you we're not going to put it in the title, but if y'all somehow make y'all way into this because y'all know y'all playing, say, do what y'all do, man. Be respectful as possible. That's all we say, man.
Yeah, we conduct ourselves with courtesy.
Now, let's start with the biggest rumor, because it hasn't been official yet.
Okay.
But we kind of feel like, Lamar Jackson, man, they saying hamstring. Well, they already said that. That's why he came out. But the rumor is that from a quote-unquote close source, and we've seen this from the Baltimore Sun. So, it's as reputable as you would hope, right?
Yeah.
From somebody who's close to people inside or whatever, that Lamar might be out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. Rough. But to be honest, I'd rather it happen now. Like you said, the first week bye is very important. I'm at the early bye. I'm sorry, the early bye.
Earlier bye.
The earlier bye than we normally get, because it's usually week 13 or 15 or something. It's crazy.
15. I don't even know.
Not even 15. But somewhere deep in the season.
Yeah.
And I wanted to call out yo, stop hating on Lamar, yo. Y'all wanted to say that man quit bad, yo.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
He's way better than your quarterback. Accept it, yo.
Well, it's not even just that. People it's I seen. You always want to focus on the positive things more than negative, but it's just a little too many people that I've seen that are supposedly Ravens fans. You know what I said?
But people also hate greatness. If you got a favorite quarterback that was a Raven at one point, and this guy's eons better than him,
it's just something
maybe
about
it will make
that.
him mad. Yeah, his moxie is what they enjoy.
It's just what I said after the what's the name was. I think I texted this in the group chat. It was you seen all of the Lamar haters who had even after that playoff loss last year, it was a little floating around, but he had such an excellent second half, and he played so well throughout the year, and he started the year off. Even though he was losing, when you leading the league in touchdowns and you haven't thrown a pick, people had to kind of be a little the haters that been always hating on him, but this time They couldn't. Man, it was nasty and stuff. I'm seeing.
My goodness.
He's not him. We need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of him so many times. I'm like,
I saw whole montages on Instagram by all different types of people
so crazy.
Hating.
It's crazy, yo.
Bro. One thing I want you to want to tell everybody that's like that: clear your heart, yo. Don't be a hater, yo. That's not smooth. Girls don't like that, or women don't like that, man. Come on, yo, get yourself together.
Even for the young boys,
young boys
the girls
too.
don't like that.
The girls don't like that either, brother. Like, yo, being a hater, nobody likes a hater. That just means you're not focused enough on yourself. Now, if you hate or honest criticism is one thing, but like, don't hate on like, you can't win 2 MVPs and not be nice.
Yeah, I like criticism is, hey man, don't turn it over in the bigger games and that is one. We're not blind people to be like, we don't see anything because you get the blind fans of not even just Lamar, but any type, but they see their favorite players don't do no wrong. It doesn't matter what happens.
And for the folks saying trade him and get who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And get who, bro?
You're talking about there's only like
you gotta think Lamar had a bad game because he was injured last game. Now we know. Outside of that, he was the top quarterback in the NFL again, bro.
Let's talk about it real quick because that's one of the things I definitely want to talk about. We said it kind of on the last one, but we talked about it again. We just kept saying like Lamar he was just not
slower.
Moving quite right.
I think it happened when whatever game in the Browns game. Because if you remember in the Detroit game, it was a lot of times he played really well, but it was like he might get a run, and it's like he just don't look as agile. He would do a cut. His lateral movement was very limited to me for what I've seen Lamar do for the last 8 seasons. And he didn't have that extra gear. Like when he just break and he just fasten to everybody, he gone, yo. Like, so I think he been dealing with like a little nagging injury probably since that before the Detroit game. It might have happened in the Browns game.
Yeah, we kept talking about it. I know everybody like, they could put a spy in a spy. I'm like, bro, they've been putting spies on Lamar for years now.
Since they've been calling Lamar a running back, they've been putting spies on him.
That's nothing.
What are you saying?
Completely new. I think they did a double type of situation, but they might have mixed it up a little bit. But that's nothing completely new. It was runs where he just couldn't quite move and just get that extra yard here and there.
Yeah.
Or some runs where he would we talked about it when he tried to stiff arm one of the Chiefs guys last week. I can't even think of it. He tried to stiff arm, and normally people was like, he's holding it too long. Sometimes I think his mind is just thinking like I'm still, fully healthy. But he did that against the Bengals, double joint, cut it across. He's just trying to get himself through that. And then he also had the other run where he could have cut it up the middle. And he just ran further outside because, that straight line, it's a little bit better to do that. And it's like, man, you would have hit that hole before where it was a gap. And he just wasn't moving right for several games. But I think, I could be wrong, we don't know. But you know how to end the season, more and more things come out. I just feel like when they didn't go for it on that fourth, man, and he was talking about the cramps in the Bills game, the first game. Because to me, he hasn't even against some of them plays, even against the Browns, was looking a little off. We don't know yet until we know. But like that Bills, it just didn't make sense. And it was the cramps on the side. We was like, cramps. We know he gets the IVs before every game. He spoke about that. But I don't know, bro. It just hasn't been. Listen, there's a video on our YouTube in the shorts and on our TikTok in the video that it kind of went a little viral that in training camp when he took off and created from. He has not been moving like that at all, and we know he was moving like that during the summer. So something's not right.
Yeah, and to sign off on that, like what I was saying is like, it was one play on the Chiefs game. It looked insignificant. But I noticed because we watch enough Lamar, Lyman wasn't catching Lamar in the open field, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
No way. I was like, he's not 100%, yo.
Yeah.
The tackles, once he got outside or did a move, you weren't catching him, bro. You just weren't, bro. So I knew he wasn't healthy, bro. Like, I'm just hoping it's a speedy recovery. We got a lot to figure out. And, like, this one, we want y'all to be engaged because we all figuring this out together. Like, so is Snoop going to start or is it going to be Cooper Rush?
It's more than, they paid Cooper Rush pretty decently. Like, that's the guy you want to come in. when the season started. I mean, they brought Snoop in at the tail end. Now Snoop is familiar with some stuff, but I don't know. I might want. Snoop hasn't looked good recently, but he's back in Baltimore. He was with Monk at one point, right? Or am I tripping?
But the thing that upsets me about Cooper Rush, at least from what I got to see from Sunday's game, he has a lot of Kyle Bowler tendencies, where even if he makes the throw, he's setting you up to die, bro. Yeah. Like, it was a few, he threw it to Zay Flowers, and it was two big guys crashing down on him, or like Hopkins, and it's like, yo, now you put me in a worse position. You threw a hospital ball, so it's floated. I gotta jump in between two guys that are crashing down on me. That's how people get hurt. More people get hurt.
And we spoke about it like it was that one time when the game was out of reach, and they still had some of our starters in, of course, because you can't just take everybody out. But remember the Zay joint, and it looked like it was a little behind, but I'm not saying he did this, but it looked like he might have batted it down.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, the game was out, and we saying this because we wouldn't be mad if you batted it down.
Yeah, I'm not mad if you batted it down.
There was two guys coming ready to smack him, and the game is out of reach, yo, because Cooper Rush threw it.
But good quarterbacks know where to put it, where it's like you might take one hit, but I'm not putting you in the middle of the field with everybody crashing down on you. Like, that's not a good quarterback. I want to make that clear. Good quarterbacks don't do that unless it's like crunch time playoff game. That's the only thing that's open. But it's like trash time. Throw it away, bro. Don't get me killed out here, yo. Like, what are you doing, bro? Because
all I'm thinking is, yo, if Zay get hurt on that and another injury to a key player during this game, because this guy throws him a hospital ball when the game is completely over, I'm like, yo, we were already on the edge, yo, of losing it, yo. But that would have been, because it was Wiggins really, we was like, oh my gosh, yo, just rap. He tried to smack that man. It was like, yo, you're already kind of slender, yo, and the game is over. Just try to wrap him up, man. Wind up getting hurt. I still haven't even officially heard anything on that. Now that I think about it, I got to look that up and probably while we on here, but like,
I ain't gonna lie, that ain't look good because he ain't moved the arm and he carted him off. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but maybe it's just like I don't know, because I feel like a stinger, he would have got more feeling back in his arm quickly. And they said it was the elbow. So I don't know how bad it was, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything immediately right now about it, but we're gonna do another episode this week, and we'll have more information by that time that happens.
And yo, to all the people that's still healthy with that Kyle Hamilton last week mentality, we not spoiled now, so figure it out. If that make y'all play better, we not spoiled, bro. I hope that make you play harder.
Well,
because maybe we gotta reverse psychology to kids, yo. Because I don't understand that mentality. We not spoiled, bro. Yeah. Play hard. We not spoiled now.
Well, since you mentioned it, he apologized. We said that had to happen.
He did mention it, but still, that I feel like when you say things, you mean it, yo.
Yo, yeah.
Because like on the pod, we've been doing this for a long time. I don't think we really said much we didn't mean. Like, it might have been some like goofy stuff about a movie or something people don't agree with. Yeah, but like I would never say like, yo, y'all expect too great of the podcast. I'm gonna stop doing this every as much as possible to feed the people. Like, no, if y'all want to look out for me for something we good at, I'm doing it, bruh.
He said he apologized. He said he didn't mean that. They're not playing well, and he said all the right things you're supposed to say. He said they clearly not trying. Well, unless they gave up on it last game. You could question if some guys gave up on that last game, but he's like, we're not out there trying to play bad. And for the most part, these guys are not trying to play bad. And that's what a lot of fans...
Well, you did, bro.
The fans just like, yo, just sometimes it's like the effort is a little weird, or just what's up with the communication? A lot of it is on ZO.
That's
like,
what
what's
I'm
going
saying.
on? Like,
I think it's a communication thing, because like, even last season was inexcusable for a Ravens defense the first 8 weeks. Then something happened. Well, we know what happened. Marcus Williams and Brandon Stevens were taken out the game.
Well, Brandon Stevens got kind of adjusted at times. Marcus Williams was completely...
Because Brandon Stevens can still tackle. So it's like, if we need he might make the tackle.
Keep my boy, our boy Ardarius in there.
Man, if we had Ardarius, that would be a big help right now. Because I believe Martin and Ardarius Webb on the Ardarius Washington on the field at the same time, they might start balling and smacking folks.
On my ride here, I literally was thinking to myself, and I'm like, I know one person is not going to make a defense that's horrible great or anything. But I was really thinking, like, how big is that loss now in hindsight?
It is big. Because you got to remember, what was that? The last 3 weeks leading to the playoffs, he made big plays, bro. I'm talking about goal line smacks, rocked Russell Wilson on the goal line for the fumble.
That play was legend.
Yeah, I mean, was smacking folks all around. And like you said, sometimes it's not a pick, it's just a momentum play. Come down and do something. Act like you want to make, like, I haven't seen somebody this season yet, outside of Roquan in the Browns game, I haven't seen anybody come down and really make no, like, convincing hits, nothing like that, where it's like, oh yeah, he want to play, he fired up right now.
Our boy Namdi, we're going to talk about that in a second. He was probably the only person that just every week he was like, man, he out there, because he was what was it, 2 to 2.5 sacks to start the season or whatever, and just doing what he's supposed to do.
With last week's game, your boy Martin, that rookie, he came down and had a convincing. He had a couple where he was out of position.
Yeah, there's something that went viral where he was everybody was cooking him. And, hey, listen, but you know what? I like that you segued to that.
He was making some good plays, physical stuff. Just Ravens kind of tackles.
That play that everybody's been talking about this week, where he got faked, he went inside, didn't follow the running back, and touchdown or whatever on the goal line. That's bad. But you also got to remember, like, he literally got thrown into the game against the Chiefs,
bro.
Like, it's only week 4. These dudes, I keep saying, you gotta give the rookies some grace, yo.
And more perspective, rookie. Undrafted rookie, bro. He made the cut. Like, he was like one of the last guys to make the cut, bro.
I think he's going to be a really good player. You know how I feel about the rookies. I give them to about, I'll keep probably saying this every time, to week 10, roughly week 10, roughly. Because I remember Kyle Hamilton was one of the first people I kept pushing that for when people was like, man, he's bad. I said, yo, give him some time, yo. He's a rookie, yo. And then by the end of that season, he was looking like one of them guys. You gotta, like, especially these guys, they are getting thrown into the fire. The start of this schedule is nothing but good teams other than the Browns. The Chicago, other than the Browns, is the worst team. And who knows how Chicago been, they look like they at least solid, yo. And they look like the offense is coming together. So I'm like, that team might not be that bad, yo. Like,
nah, for sure.
So I'm like, for this start, until the bye week, I'm like, they getting thrown against the best of the best.
Yeah.
You got to get a rookie some grace, man. I like the hunger, though, that I was seeing from him. Harb spoke about it, and we're going to talk about Harbs. But Harb spoke about it, but I like seeing, like, they were doing the best that they could with all of the stuff that they just been given, and they're playing the Chiefs.
Nah, they are.
And then they played Detroit last week. Yeah. We're talking about teams that have been good teams and rolling for years now. They got systems and excellent players across the board.
And we already played the Bills.
Yeah.
Like the only sketchy one was the Browns so far, so...
Exactly. So,
and that's divisional, so that's gonna happen regardless. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
I know we all frustrated. Like I said, say your piece in the comments, man. But got to give the rookies just a little bit of grace, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say one thing. Like, we gotta start getting some kind of pressure, yo, because we really don't know how good or bad the linebackers and safeties are.
No pressure.
Until we start getting some consistent pressure.
No pressure.
Any NFL quarterback is going to carve you up if they have 5 seconds back there and their line is blocking. They got time to go through their progressions and just see the field. They're going to make some plays. Some guys are going to get open because those DBs have to cover people for a really long time. You already know all our linebackers outside of Roquan are extremely sturdy. So they not covering no routes for more than 3 seconds, yo. Like, you got the wrong guy. They might be right there from when they break out the 5 and in, like that first 3 yards on the end. Then after that, he's open, bro.
Unless they get my guy Higgins in there, yo.
Yo, they gonna have to try.
I think Higgins not the fastest, but Higgins he even said himself, and how he played in college, he just it's about time.
Is Ham still in there too, or is he practice squad?
I thought Ham got. I don't know. I think
he might be practice squad.
I know officially, Zaire was pulled up, and gosh, I can't think who else was pulled up. I gotta relook at it. We'll have all of that by Thursday or whatever. But Nah, I don't. He hasn't been officially on the 53.
I know he made the practice squad. They that was on Twitter when the final cuts came out.
Man, Higgins might gotta get in there, yo.
Higgins gonna have to play.
Is that boy Trenton? I'm calling him Trenton, man. That's his name. You know.
Yeah.
He
Teddy B gonna have to. Teddy B have a game out there, shorty.
They had Hummel out there, yo. They took him out and put Hummel out there.
Well, I mean, he looked bad. He's been looking bad. I said it last year, and everybody was like, "Yo, it's a little too early." Then the preseason, I'm like, "Wait, you got all these young linebackers showing you out, and you're a vet now, technically, or you're not a rookie." You know what I mean, like,
hey, some people said maybe
no disrespect.
He might need to come in and try to play a little bit of edge to get some. Because he fast and maybe, I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna lie, you said this the no nonsense season. Yeah. No disrespect. I'm not gonna say nothing disrespectful, but that's trade bait. Get him out of here.
Listen.
Yeah, get us somebody that can play. Yo.
My thing is just don't put him in that interior position. Man.
Yeah,
y'all can
get us somebody that can play, yo.
He not that guy, man. Not for that, yo. Not for that. It's been enough time now. It's not for that, yo. Especially now that the young boys got to play, like.
And he more one of them like smaller, more agile kind of.
I'm saying maybe he can get on the edge a little bit here and there. I don't know. You find hey, coaches, that's y'all job. Maybe y'all can find something for
Zachary, figure it out.
Zach, man, come on.
Zachary, figure it out, bro.
I want to get into this. Well, you know what? Before we get into Harbs, because we're going to talk about quite a few things with Harbs this weekend. We've seen people and everybody's stuff that the fans is talking about, just in general, the frustration. But we got our takes about some stuff we've seen. But I want to just talk about Nnamdi because we were nervous and
sucks, bro.
It confirmed about this season what we thought, but it makes us even more nervous about the future because Harbs was asked, he eventually just said this season. It's a wash. It's over. He's not playing this season. Then they asked him, is it career, threatening? They're just trying to figure out, because, we don't get a lot of stuff sometimes with this organization until, the whole season is over and everything like that. He did say it's up to him to tell y'all when he feels the need to tell y'all this and this and that and all of that. But all I got from that was, this sounds like it could be career threatening. And
I prayers up to his mental health and him, and I'm praying if it does happen to be that, it's light at the end of the tunnel. Mm-hmm. Go be a coach or something. You might be able to outdo Zach Orr, You younger, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to see nobody go through that, but I couldn't imagine being an athlete and they just tell you can't play no more of your favorite thing that you do. So I'm praying for you, Brody.
Yeah, we hope.
And you was nice, dog.
We hope. We hope it's not career ending, and we hope it's a good to excellent recovery. If it isn't, so you're not putting yourself in danger. But if it isn't, like you said, there's always life at the end. Yeah, because
that D line, I don't want him to get hurt. You feel me? Because if there's something with the neck, you can't play with that. You remember we talked about it with the last season of Ed Reed on the Ravens. Yeah. We was scared because he was still trying to crash out, and they literally told him if he hit somebody wrong, he could be paralyzed. And I'm like, bro, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I remember him on the Texans and in the Jets, and I was just like, please, go Reed, please.
Yeah, yo.
I was nervous, yo.
He loved the game too much, yo. That's a different level of hunger, though. Yeah. Hopefully, somebody can get that type of hunger about the game, but safely.
Yeah, he been posting some stuff and stuff like that still with the Ravens. A player like him, and especially a lot of the guys who care, it's hurting them to see this. They don't want to see this show. You know what I mean? They go about it a different way, but I just be watching Reed's posts and stuff like that. He had the hat and talking about forever Ravens, and then he had the joint talking about reminiscing with the AI joint, and another post here, and it's just you could tell it's eating these guys up, man. Because once you're a part of the organization for so long and you blood, sweat, and tears, literally, and you done won with them and all of this and all of that. You done got inducted in the Hall of Fame with them and all of that, and that's family. You know how it is. We go back to our alma maters. We go back to high school. I go back to my high school college. You feel
and it's nowhere near what they did.
Yeah,
they
nowhere
was on teams
near
for years, bro.
Yes, for years. So you can only imagine, bro. That just don't leave you like that, yo. So we hoping Nnamdi gonna be well. We just heal up.
Yeah, prayers up to Nnamdi and his family and just your mental health too, bro. Don't crash out. Do something productive in the meantime.
I don't think he's gonna do that. He seemed like a very solid individual. Yeah. Zach,
but I'm saying that on that side of compassion, That's got to be wild depressing.
No.
Yeah, so
Zach Orr said he spoke to him. I think last week he was talking about it. He was like he was in good spirits, good and everything.
Good.
So he said he liked what he saw. But you still got to go through that whole process. You got to live with that every day and night and stuff.
Yo, that's all they do. That's all they know.
Yeah.
So that's like a hooper just be like, yo, you can't hoop no more the whole season.
Excellent play.
Yeah.
I think since what last year he was like third in doubles or something like that. Like you gotta. That's a guy that you gotta watch and pay close attention to on that. In that other team, when that tape, they like, yo, you can't let him get free. So, unfortunately, we got more injuries. Roquan Smith, grade 2 hamstring, they saying, and then Marlon, man, calf. Both of them, they saying multiple weeks. I'm like,
you want to know something though? Might not be a bad thing. I think we might end up seeing a star out of somewhere. Like I think Martin getting to get those plays, and I hate playing to have the glass half full, and it's a lot of pressure on him. But he got a different level of dog in him. Number 3, what's his name? I like him a lot. Cheeto.
He got cooked last week, but
he got cooked.
But I like the way
but he still at least try to make tackles. He still try to do certain things, and he looked good in every game. Except for last game, really, like he was one of the only people playing at Detroit.
Yeah, he been very physical too. That's
so it's like, man, at least we gotta have dogs.
Because even I think was it the Detroit game when they got a good one downfield. I think that was the Detroit game pass. I think it was up the left side. It was like, it was a good one. It was for a good gain, but you know how it was last year.
He smacked him.
That would have been to the house.
Yeah, he smacked him.
He got behind and got the tackle. Yeah. That last year, at this point last year, Brandon Stevens would have missed it. Yeah. And then Marcus would have been nowhere to be found. That would have been a touchdown. So,
dog, we gotta, in general, we just gotta stop that arm tackling, yo. Really go back. They might have to do like the 10-12 rec drills for defenses. Like any position you in, they gotta start doing the drills where they break down and set their feet and try to wrap up and make a tackle.
I'm sure
it's nasty, bro. Like nobody's staying home. Linebackers not sitting down and then making a play. It's like, it's bad, bro.
Some of that is just out of position, probably, like the communication and or the play calls.
So Zachary again.
I'm like, these dudes ain't forget how to just play football. Like it's a lot of scheming and stuff going on. A lot of stuff that don't even, that only really the people who's in there sometimes would notice. Is like you can't come out because Kyle said something about we're not trying to lose and this and that and the third, but he's like something is just not right. He's not trying to throw anything under the bus, but it just seemed, I'm not trying to start that, but it just seemed a little like, he in his head, he like, man, I know how to play football, but it just seemed like I'm not being placed in, I don't know. But I said personally, some of the injuries, you don't want to see the injuries, but I'm also like, man, the way everybody else is playing, I'm like, yo, I don't mind seeing the young guys right now.
Yeah, yo, we got to see who a dog, yo.
I know it was preseason, but man, they were just looking hungry and flying around and everything like that. So
and with a lot of young guys, you need to learn your guys. Like, yo, this is a chance early in the season where they get in some like high pressure situations where you can see who folks really are.
Yeah.
And cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see nobody really step up yet. You know what I mean? Like outside of Roquan that Browns game, I like again number 3. I like Wiggins.
I still like my guy Mike Green.
I
know
Green,
the Detroit game.
Are good.
He got thrown in the ground.
Yeah.
And I know everybody is talking about that, and his
pressures are pretty solid.
He almost had a sack again last week against the Chiefs, yo, and he's been getting closer. I think as the defense, schemes and everything get better, and the big guys get healthy. I think he's
Teddy B too. Teddy B is the only one that like he's OD's 30, so he misses some stuff if it's like a shifty guy. He almost like got the dexterity of Ray Lewis when he got shook by Marshawn Lynch. Like when when he was a little too stocky at that point, it's like lean out a little bit, break down. I really think he's gonna be a dog, yo.
Yeah, no, we big.
I really think he's gonna be a dog, yo.
So we got to get into I think even more so Lamar, the man of the hour, the man of the year, John Harbaugh, man. There's a lot of talks. I know I was one of the earlier peoples about 3 years ago. I don't want to keep saying that, but I was like, I think that coaching change needs to change. When Mike McDonald was here, I was like, y'all, the way they talk about him, him and what's the other DC? So because the Harbaughs, they brothers, they bouncing people. I think it was reported even back then, like the story was either take him or him as defensive coordinator. You can either have him as your defensive coordinator in Michigan, or you can have, just whoever you don't get, we take over here, because they were both defensive gurus. And it turns out Michigan wound up winning the national championship, and Mike Macdonald was excellent when he was here at Baltimore.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, man, if you're saying the dude is a guru and he's looking excellent at his job, as we all can see, sometimes you might need to get successes in-house. You might need to make that move. I mean, I said it more sternly than that. I'm just trying to be real. I was like, make the move, and then got a lot of pushback. He was
right, yo.
Now,
because
now it's
I was
a cool
like,
thing to say.
I don't know, because like da-da-da-da, and you like, no, this team is too good. They got a top defense. They not coaching situationally. And I'm just so used to blowing people out. I didn't realize it was that bad until I didn't have the foresight, bro. And now I'm regretting it heavily, bro.
Everybody's saying it now.
Regretting it heavily, bro.
I just,
disgusting,
it's tough, man.
Like,
Jesse Minter is the other one.
But like
that's the other. My bad. The other he's with Harbs now. The other Harbs, and for the Chargers right now. So anyway, regardless, but
do they give Harbaugh like reports at like halftime? Why wouldn't he be like, yo, Derrick Henry got averaging XYZ amount of yards. How many carries does he have? Give him the ball, yo. Mm-hmm. Lamar not right. Make sure this happens, because isn't that what the head coach does? Like, they draw up the plays and he just gives you the gist.
Yeah,
it's like Madden when the 3 plays come up and you pick the right one.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what's going on, yo.
Real quick, what I was gonna say about Jesse Minter, a lot of people like, hey man, you might need to see if we can get him over to Baltimore. Okay. Potentially, some people believe he better than McDonald. That's up to they listen. They both been outstanding defensive coordinator. The defense over there looking fantastic.
Honestly, like,
so he fits Baltimore type of. What's
and I was talking to my man's Micah. We was DMing back and forth because he's a Cowboys fan first, then he likes the Ravens, and I'm like, why would you get a special teams minded head coach, yo? Like, I thought all the ones that win championships are like defensive minded guys or offensive gurus. Like,
yeah.
It's never the special teams head coach, yo.
I'm trying to think, what's the Eagles? His coach, I feel like he was kind of
Spagnuolo?
No, not Spags. No, it's from Philly. Regardless, but I didn't think he was. I thought he might have been special teams. I could be wrong. That's not our team, so I could be tripping. So if an Eagle fan find out or somebody else knows, they'll let us know.
It was Nick Sirianni. That's
who it
My
was.
bad. But my bad. I don't know all the coaches like that either to keep it a bean.
But yeah, like, that Jesse Minter joint could be nice.
Man, honestly, anybody that's bringing some aggression into the locker room and not making it almost seemed like he trying to run for like governor or something. Like, bro, like everything is just so PC and just nice. Like, we've been playing like trash. We got punched in the mouth 2 weeks in a row. We've had great teams the last 3 years. Bro, you should be mad.
Oh, Nick Sirianni was an offensive coordinator. My bad. Because I was like, I think I'm mixing him up with somebody else.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know too many special teams.
Yeah, it's
gurus.
He feel like a special teams coach. So that's probably what. But
that's the only time he involved, and we don't even look good there. So yo, now it's no excuse to keep him, yo.
Yeah. But anyway,
hopefully Steve Bashad, EDC being out there on the sideline meant something, yo.
We said
EDC with the shades on is like the transporter, bro. He's only there to conduct business, yo. He's seeing what's happening on the ground. He's like, yo, you're not going to tell Derrick Henry to run no more? Okay. He just writes it down in his book. Yo. He's building a case.
Well, this is what's so funny, because we were like, yo, is he throwing Monk under the bus? Because this week he was like, so he was flat out like, yo, he was like, we had a game plan. And a lot of it, was around because they kept asking him, because they asking the questions like, hey, man, what happened? Why was we running the ball when clearly should have been running the ball? He was like, we came into the game with a game plan, but it was like, did the Chiefs push y'all out of it? No, we just it just went away. I'm not happy with it. Other coaches, we're not happy. Like, but it's like, wait.
But as the head coach, you got the right to nip that in the bud mid game.
Yeah,
you'd be like, yo, he literally got the headset. No, that's not working. Derrick, how many yards he got? Let him keep running the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, what's up with you, yo?
Yeah.
And we got other guys. We got Ali, Justice Hill. Yeah, I mean, guys that can run.
Justice Hill was performing very well to start that game off. Even when he had a run, he was doing like it.
How did we have this much talent and become the most predictable offense in the league?
It's nasty. But like,
how is that even possible?
Even with the interception, he himself was like, he was like, it was. He said what we always be saying. Remember when that third or the fourth and short and stuff like that? But this has been a thing that's been happened for years. He was like, Lamar wasn't put in the best position on that interception. He was like, yeah, he threw it, but they had the rushers coming, both of them coming blocked on what's the name, blah blah blah. We prepared for that, the run, and then he was like, basically there were no check downs and nothing, quick for him to do on that joint, even though clearly they were going to come. He was like, because of the play or whatever it was called, he was like, so he had to kind of get it out because he's like, everybody's just running down the field.
What is Monken?
And nobody's there for a short pass.
What is Monken's issue with short yardage passes?
I don't know, because we were talking about, that's what brings around to that fourth down when they finally went for it, and it was like 4th and 2, and Lamar was we know the blitzes are coming. They said that. It was like, we know Spags is always going to blitz. You know it. Harb said we knew it.
But we got mad guys that can run short routes. Like, I don't understand why they're on. And we got speed receivers that can really run those short routes, and short hands guys now, and tight ends.
When that play happened on the 4th and short, I literally said, why is everybody running completely downfield? I'm screaming
I was here. He definitely did say that, like, literally. And I'm like, I don't understand why every pass has to be a 10-yard route or further.
Short.
Yeah, it's like, bro, there is no slants no more.
No out routes, no nothing.
5 and out, post, comebacks, stuff like that. They don't have none of that no more.
I'm like, what is going on, dog? It's like, sometimes, it sounds like sabotage sometimes. Because sometimes, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's like, we're not, like, coaching. We're just fans that we pay a lot of attention and watch and enjoy and have fun. But, like, you don't have to be a guru or an ex-coach of an NFL team to be like, yo, this doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then Harbs come and confirms it didn't make sense. But I'm like, Harbs, why are you sounding like a fan? You're the head coach.
Yeah, yo.
Don't y'all communicate? Didn't they got a bunch of these on the sideline?
Bro, they literally have
with the Giants.
You can hear the guy, and it's almost like military, like where they push their little button and they talk. Then it's like, yo, they literally are talking to one another and communicating in real time, which is more confusing. I don't understand at all. Like, I'd be mad. Like, that's why even with Zach Orr, they even have that now where, like, he could communicate directly to, like, the linebacker or something like that. And it's like, bro, nobody's in position at all. Nobody knows what's going on. And as the head coach, like, you shouldn't be able to point fingers because you're the head of the castle. You should be nipping that in the bud.
Yeah.
And if you nip it in the bud and it keeps happening, that's when you fire folks. You can't just be nice to everybody and think talent is going to push us over there. Because shout out my man's Seitu, too. He was in the comments. You feel me? He be faithfully watching. I appreciate you, bro.
Salute.
Love it.
Salute.
And he was one of the people that was like, yo, I was calling for it 3 years ago, and you liked the comment on the
probably
on the joint.
Yeah, because
he
said 3 years ago.
And the thing is, when I first met Joe, and this was almost a little under a year ago, and he was like, yo, get Harbaugh out of there. He was saying that last season, and we was still nice. He like, yo, not good situationally, blah, blah, blah. And I remember having coffee and discussing these things like, oh, and you guys weren't wrong. You guys
I ain't want to drag y'all under any buzz, but y'all was giving me I was gonna go, but y'all wasn't giving it to me. Y'all wasn't saying it worse. Y'all was just kind of like, I'm not quite sure. There was some people that was adamant.
I was like, I was at a point where I'm like, I was blinded by us being so good and not realizing Lamar was that nice that he could pretty much do that with any team, but he needs somebody to get him over the hurdle. I was just like, what else is out there? Because I'm not well versed and abreast of like every.
I gave a list.
Yeah, coach. Yeah, so
nobody liked the list. I was like, but I thought it was a decent list. But
honestly, even your boy, at this point, I'd take Chucky Doll back. Yo, he was talking about the game. He was mad. Yo.
I didn't forget. Yo,
I know I didn't forget.
I ain't forget. I ain't even gonna get into that.
We won't get into that.
But Harb said, I felt like there was a lot of really good play going on. He said the tape, I felt much better watching the tape than at the game. And I'm like, all right, sure, I'm sure you go watch tape, you're gonna find some stuff, but like we don't want to. Honestly, disrespectfully, we just don't want to hear that right now.
Yeah,
not when the play was that bad. We don't want to hear the tape was better than when I just.
Yeah, that's something a kind college coach would say. Like, bro, you've been the guy that's supposed to get the Super Bowl for the last 5 years. You haven't done it, bro. Lackluster. You can't coach situationally at all, bro. If it gets down to the wire, yo, we freak out, yo. Y'all get away from doing what works. Why wouldn't it? All right, I'm Harbaugh, right? I see Derrick Henry breaks the 12-yarder in like the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second. I see we throw the ball 4 times on the drive. Yo, get back to running the pill, yo.
Get him on the field.
Yeah, get back to running the pill. The run blocking only looks good. The pass blocking is atrocious. Please, Lamar is aiding some nagging injuries. Like, yo, let's be sensible about this and control the clock. I would say that.
I don't know, man.
I'm confused, Joe.
Hey, man, we're not coaches, so we don't know.
I don't know. Some guru give me some kind of breakdown to make it make sense for Harbaugh, yo.
Then Zach Orr with the comments, and I get it. You got to be optimistic, but he said, we're not too far away on defense. I really have confidence we're going to play this year. Play defense well this year, and it's just like...
That's that Harbaugh tutelage, yo. Just like, yo, being... I want that energy, yo. What was that famous joint with the Bears, yo? When he was running, the coach was wilding out on the interview, yo.
No. That was when they were when they were playing the Bears. When it was it Arizona?
I don't know.
Who we thought they were?
Whoever Give us that.
It was Denny Green, right? We let him off the hook.
Give me that kind of energy, bro. 2 back-to-back weeks getting punched in the mouth. It should be that type of energy from the head coach. Yeah, I mean, like, it's early in the season, but this ain't no fundraiser.
Hey, man.
Bro, they built, I said it, y'all built in concert halls. Y'all built in extra bars outside. Y'all built in private little sections you could rent. Y'all expanding the stadium, stores. Nobody's buying any of that and being there if we're sorry, bro.
And listen, things happen. You know, you can have some drought years and stuff like that. Sometimes when you're figuring out quarterback, but when your team, you coming into the year, everybody's talking about how excellent the roster is and this and that and the third, and you have an elite quarterback. That's a whole different story, man. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like you said, if you something happened, you have injuries, and you already got a shaky quarterback, because getting the quarterback is tricky sometimes, especially if you're not drafting high every year. It's a real gamble. You can kind of say, okay, they trying to figure it out. Stuff is a little slim. All right, EDC, step it up with, probably drafting the right people. Or sometimes the players got to grow into whatever. Things happen. Or Lamar just gets hurt as well. Maybe early in some, like if all these injuries happen like game 1 somehow or something like that, then maybe but they were playing bad before everybody started dropping like flies. So it's like, of course, the Browns game, but more people started dropping in that game too. But it's just like you can kind of see something there. But when it's like it was bad the whole time, man, it's just like, yo, like some of these things we just kind of like, all right, man, it just sounds like talk, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
See, the reason, again, we've been harping on it for a minute now, but like we got to question the whole coaching staff, because on paper you can't have a good team and get better and be much worse. You just can't do that, yo.
This is when coaching really kicks in these next few weeks leading up into the bye, even though it's good teams for the most part leading up. This is when you got to coach. You got to get at least a win. You cannot go 1-5 or whatever it is, 6. 1-5,
1-5.
6.
Go for the bye. Yeah.
You can't. You got to figure out a way to coach yourself to a win. Make it muddy. Run that ball. Figure something out. Because all 3 of the games at the bank.
Yeah.
It's gonna get real nasty if you lose by the end of all 3. You lose them. Like, you got to figure out. That's when real coaching is starting to kick in. Sneaking one game in, having the right backup to sneak out a win. Remember, what's the name came in, even though he would play to start, but he finished that game out, and he's been terrible since. Jake Browning for the Bengals.
Yeah.
They snuck out a win.
Yeah.
You feel me? What I'm saying? You gotta. I don't like the Rams matchup. I didn't like it beforehand, but
Yeah, because it's Houston, LA, then the Bears, right?
Yeah, you got to at least them at least.
And the Bears
one,
is after the bye, right?
I thought it was right before. I could be wrong.
I gotta look.
It is after the bye. It is after the bye. It is after the bye.
So now I ain't gonna lie. We might go into the bye. Never mind. I'm not gonna
gotta figure out a way to get.
We gotta figure out
either
coaches.
one.
Coaches shock me. Give me a pleasant shocker, yo. I need some good positive optimism. You let the whole Baltimore down, yo.
But listen, my thing is if they squeak out at least one.
And Lamar could come back after
Lamar
that.
can come back healthy. Some of the younger players are getting better, and maybe a few other players come back after the bye. Kyle Van Noy, I really want him back on the field more so than probably Marlo and stuff.
I'm just scared.
But like,
I'm
there's an
scared for the
opportunity to try
players.
to win some games. There's still some optimism, unless certain guys just quit on the coaching staff, because that we've seen teams like that.
Yeah,
where just or not even like even the Eagles. The year before they won the Super Bowl, like before last year, 2 years ago, that team just fell apart. And we like, oh man, they just going the next year, they just locked back in. So sometimes a season like that may happen with guys because they lost like 7 straight at the end of something crazy like that.
Yeah.
After they made it to the Super Bowl, it was just very weird. And then they came back the next year and just turned up. So it's a lot of optimism, not just for this season, but for just the future. It's not all doom and gloom, but like, you just got to figure it out. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, man. And yo, again, trauma dump with us, man. This is a safe space for all fans.
Yeah,
good, bad, and different.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for huddling up.